Hello friends, greetings for the day. Myself Dr. Devja, pediatric pulmonologist and intensivist, India. Today, in short, I am describing you the shock. Shock is a condition faced by every pediatrician, pediatric pulmonologist or adult pulmonologist or any physician in day-to-day clinical practice, either in hospital or in emergency or in ICU, that is intensive care unit. So what is this shock? Shock is a state of failure to deliver adequate oxygen to tissues or failure to utilize oxygen adequately by tissues. So there are so many types of shock according to etiology. There may be hypovolumic shock, there may be cardiogenic shock, there may be obstructive shock, there may be distributive shock, there may be septic shock. So causes are different, but we have to pick up it clinically. Nowadays there are so many investigational facilities which can detect shock early, and one is this SvO2. In this SvO2, that is mixed venous oxygen saturation, we usually take sample from the central line put through the internal jugular vein. The accurate reading comes when we take sample from the pulmonary artery by Swan-Ganz catheter, but it is not possible every time. So this central venous catheter sample is a surrogate of this, and how we detect it and how we interpret it. So the normal level of this SvO2 should be 65% to 70%. If it is more, that is 80%, it means tissue has not utilized oxygen properly, it is unable to utilize oxygen properly. And if it is less, that is less than 65%, like 60% or 50%, it means tissue has extracted more and more oxygen. So both are the condition of shock. So we have to check the shock clinically. We have to detect it. There may be tachypnea, tachycardia, low volume pulse, and if there is hypotension, in addition to this, it is decompensated shock. And if there is no hypotension, it is compensated shock. In children, decompensated shock becomes late in the stage of shock. So we have to pick up the shock as early as possible when it is compensated. In cases of decompensated, we have to intervene immediately, otherwise it will go into irreversible shock with cardiac failure and we cannot do anything. So the shock should be treated first with the fluid, and recent guidelines says do not give excess fluid and do not give fluid fastly as previously we were doing. So recent guidelines say that be a bit slow. Instead of pushing fluid over 5 minutes, take 15 minutes to give fluid. And if there is cardiogenic shock, you can take 20 to 30 minutes in giving fluid. In cases of cardiogenic shock, give 5 to 10 ml per kg. In other shock, even in hypovolumic shock, do not give this 60 ml per kg in 1 hour. Give 20 to 40 ml per kg and slowly. This is the recent guideline. If you have PICU facility, you can go for the more fluid, but if not, then give less fluid and go slowly. And there is a mnemonic ROSE for this fluid therapy. ROSE. R is resuscitation, O is optimization, S is stabilization, and E is for evacuation. Sometimes if there is fluid overload, we have to evacuate the fluid. So to know more about the shock, different types of shock, we as a pediatric pulmonologist can face obstructive shock in the form of pulmonary embolism, and we have to detect it as early as possible and treat it. So to know more about these clinical conditions and how to detect it timely and how to treat it appropriately, please join fellowship program in pediatric pulmonology and bronchoscopy under Respiratory Foundation of India. Be aware, take care, thanks.